Welcome, ladies and gents, to the Perfect 10, as we are, of course, live on not only the Facebook pages, but also want to thank the Three Geeks and Jason for allowing us to partner up with them, and welcome all the Three Geeks Nation to the Perfect 10.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Friday was real fun.
Friday, we made tons of friends Friday night.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of them are looking for me and where my address is, but we made a lot of friends on Friday night. That's for sure.
Oh, they'll probably find you.
Oh, I know they will. Thank you, Jason.
If not, they'll just rag on you on their shows.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting it. I am fully
How you
expecting
doing, Jason? How you doing this Sunday, man?
it. It is going to be a lot of fun tonight, especially as we go through um, tonight's topic. Our favorite war/military movies. And these are movies that, of course, we have seen and that we are deeming our top favorite movies. So, again, these aren't movies that are, of course, just laid out there. My list, ironically, sat around 48. And to shrink it down to 10 was just absolutely brutal. I had a very interesting time going back and forth with several drafts of, all right, what should be in my final 10? And uh, I definitely got there. It took a little while, but I got there. I have to say, I did get there.
You finally got there?
Yeah, and I did something a little crazy, but I broke it into the five categories of like drama, comedy style, action, documentary style,
Oh, wow.
and I kind of broke it down from there and utilized that as a format for it. So it made it a little bit easier, but then again, it also made it a lot harder
Are you
as
trying to
well.
get back in good graces?
Yeah, my turn. No, like I said, it's my list. It's my perfect 10. You know, I'm sure there will be lots that will be critical, but that's okay. You didn't even watch the cable guy. That shouldn't count. I couldn't. I couldn't handle it. Wow. Probably has Pearl Harbor at number one.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a
Oh,
movie I could not stand.
wow.
mm,
Ouch. Ouch.
dang.
Well, it was, of course, I have seen it, so of course it was in the Great 48, as I'm calling it. Um, but alas, no, it is not in my favorite 10, needless to say.
They didn't even touch mine.
Yeah. So,
It got no consideration.
what's up, Mr.
None.
Brainmatter? How are you?
How you doing,
There
man?
is the creator says, "What's up?"
The star.
It's Mr. Star.
The
Thank you
star,
very
man. We gotta link up, man. We gotta. I'm trying to
much.
take the star out. We gotta do something,
Who's
man. We gotta
Oh,
get
word
star.
word has traveled fast.
Star, we gotta get you on, man. We setting up the episode for you, man. Hopefully
who is
next
who
next
is
next perfect 10, man. Have you on here?
who? It's that fun. Who am I gonna piss off tonight?
I'm probably gonna piss
I'm
somebody
telling
off.
you, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I don't know. My list might be the one that pissed some people off tonight. Yeah, Pearl Harbor sucked. It did.
It was tough. Adam
It
says
should get
just like
no consideration at
it's what we
all.
do. Three geeks, we tease. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I have to say, it was interesting that the three geeks actually made a segment about the list. So
they wrote
kudos.
your whole top 10 down. Your whole top 10.
Yeah, they broke out the whole list. They broke out my whole perfect 10 of worst movies. Well, without further ado,
You
how about
feel
we get?
honored, I guess.
Hey, I'll take it. But why not get this kicked off? How about we start off, and this is my number 10. This is my first, I guess you could say it was my first action movie that I saw as far as military style type movies went. And that is Missing in Action with good old Chuck Norris. This is 84. Yeah, this is a BC. That's for sure. It is a BC in 84.
Sucks too, because I like Chuck. I kind of low-key like Chuck Norris movies.
Yeah, Chuck was a.
No, I take that back. I'm lying. I like Walker Texas Ranger.
Well, okay. There you go. What did I say? I have yet to see that. I really want to. Yeah, it is set in.
I haven't seen it yet, neither. I haven't seen it neither.
Of the Vietnam POW MIA. Literally, as Chuck is an escaped POW himself, and one of the Vietnamese generals says, there aren't any more POWs or MIAs. It of course, takes place 10 years after Chuck escapes, and Chuck knows better. So Chuck actually goes and travels to Vietnam to run and try to locate some of these camps still that are non-existent according to the Vietnamese folks, and they know otherwise. So it is a very, very cool movie. Really enjoyed that one, and that one being my very first one, I thought it was pretty badass. I mean, it is Chuck Norris after all. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, it's Chuck Norris. I mean, the dude is like what 60 and still can kick your ass.
Right? Who do you got at 10?
Oh, number 10.
What you got at your 10 spot?
My 10. This was actually a TV movie, so I'm filming it, but it's still a movie technically. I went with Tuskegee Airmen.
All right.
First of all, the cast. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne, Alan Payne, of course, was in New Jack City. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Courtney Vance, Mikhail Pfeiffer, Cuban Gooding, Andre Brawner. It was a good movie. It's about the African American combat United States Army Corps that fought in World War II. Won a lot of achievements. It won the 96 Peabody Award. It was nominated for Outstanding Television Movie by the NCAACP Image Award. Lawrence Fishburne was nominated for a Golden Globe and Best Television Actor, despite the fact people thought he was too old and mature to be playing somebody in his a character that's in their 20s, because he's like in his late 30s when this movie came out. So it just showcased the acting chops of Lawrence Fishburne. They put some stats up at the end about the movie, which they won. I think they won total over 500 medals during the course of the World War. They had like a high success rate when it came to bombers and everything like that. So it was a good movie. It was on HBO, by the way, too. HBO.
Nice.
But yeah, though, Tuskegee Airmen. I had to put them on there.
Cool. All right. Well, let's slide into number 9. Getting into the 9 iron here. This one might ruffle some feathers. But
Steve said love movies. Yeah. I love them too. I mean, I like military war movies, but it's still not when we get to mafia movies.
Jason said Endgame was a great war movie. Jason?
I never seen that one.
Endgame, Marvel, The Avengers, Endgame.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, mm, let's just say that I categorized more Captain America only, and
I
not.
do have. By the way, spoiler. I do have Glory on my list. list. Yeah, Glory's on my list.
Gonna talk to the word.
I'm trying to get him on next week's show.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was gonna say I would
He's the
hope so.
star. He's the star. I gotta go
I
on his
would hope so.
schedule. You know, gotta
Right,
go on his schedule.
right. All right. Number 9 for
You were
me.
joking about Endgame, George.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I seen it. Number 9 for me. U571. Now, this
U
is
571
yeah. The cast: Matthew
FBC too.
McConaughey, Harvey Keitel, Bill Paxton, Bon Jovi, actually, Jake Weber, Matthew Settle. It's a submarine movie.
What's
It was
up,
done in
Aaron?
2000, and it's about not a true story, but giving the story of submarine battle during World War II. Now, of course, this movie came under a lot of scrutiny because the U.S. wasn't brought in until years later after the British naval fleet actually had retrieved a lot of the, excuse me, the Enigma machines. So they made this a little, the premise a little bit more of, that the U.S. was involved in obtaining all that when actually, historically, it was like 3 years later, and they had already started doing that. So the cast and the thriller part of it itself is really what made the movie and the excitement, because it literally, I did not find any slow or dull spots in it. So um, you know I thought it was pretty well done. So for me, it's one of those that if the movie's definitely on, I'll stop and I'll actually watch. I'll finish watching it from any part. What's
Gotta
up,
get
Eric? How
gotta
are
get
you?
you on here too, Aaron. I got a special one for you. When we get you on Perfect 10.
So, what
Oh,
do you got for number 9?
my number 9. A Netflix movie. This was released by Netflix. Uh, it's called The Five Bloods. It came out 2020. It's by Spike Lee. Spike Lee.
Okay.
It starts. Okay, so the cast that I'm going to mention, if you've seen The Wire, then you probably recognize their name from The Wire. Star Clark Peters, Isaiah Whitlock Jr., uh, Gene Reno. He wasn't on The Wire, but he was in a movie, and the late great Chadwick Boseman was in this movie also. Basically, it's about four 60-year-old men who return to South Asia and search for the body of their fallen leader and some gold bars that they left buried beside him. beside him. uh, the movie basically addressed tension black soldiers faced in fighting for American freedom while not being able to fully experience the freedom themselves. Which means they would go fight for rights for other people and countries that they didn't know. Then when they came back to America, they basically were second class citizens, Like the fact you fought for your country. This was Spike Lee's expensive movie, and budget wise was $40 million. Dollars.
Hmm.
Yeah, the most expensive movie Spike Lee ever did. So that's my number 9. It's a good movie. You should check it out too. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but though I recommend it. It's a great movie.
All right. Man, this is a tough list. A lot of great one-word movie.
It is.
Definitely, it is
Some of yours,
100.
Star, drop some of yours in here, man. I know you got some
Yeah,
knowledge
I
on
was
some
gonna
war
say,
movies, man.
you guys feel free to drop in yours.
I mean, I
Feel free
think
to drop in your
Me and
favorite.
Star, we kind of haven't really been through no wars yet. That's a good thing for everybody else.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. Yeah. Number eight. The eights are great.
The Mamba.
Number eight. For me, mine, Clint Eastwood movie here. Heartbreak Ridge. Mario Van Peebles was hilarious in this movie. Even though
Love Mario Van Peebles.
it was more of kind of a drama comedy kind of thing, a little bit of a mix. Um,
So he said
Mid-
Patton, Midway,
Patton, Midway,
Tora,
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 Tora.
Tora.
By the way,
Her-
he already spoiled my number 8.
No, don't worry. No,
No,
it's
go
all
ahead.
good.
I'll
It's
wait.
all good. It's all good. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, Heartbreak Ridge. Like I said, it's give you the background. Uh, Eastwood directed it, acted in it, produced it, and
Can we
everything.
just give Eastwood credit for any Army war movies he done? I have 2 of his on my list. They're higher.
Nice. See, and we know that he's the man. You know, he does real well. I
I
think
mean,
he
that's
does
my first
well
name
with
too. We have the same first
anything.
name. I mean,
Right, exactly. I think whatever he does, it's pretty much gold. I don't think I've seen a bad Eastwood movie ever. I don't think I've seen a bad Eastwood movie yet. Not at
you
all.
could do a perfect 10 on Clint Eastwood movies.
uh, no, because there's more than 10.
That's
No, I
why.
won't do that. I can't do that because
Can't do that man justice like
there's more
that.
than 10. There's more than 10. What's up, Jake? How are you?
Hey, Jake, how them Red Sox doing?
But
Oh,
no,
man, my
he's a
Indians are
Marine.
trash right now.
He's supposed to be close to retirement, and the time frame is during the um, American invasion in Grenada, and he actually has to lead a ragtag troop. Get them together, and they're supposedly the you know the bottom of the litter, basically, of these guys hanging out, these Marines in this camp, and he's got to turn around and whip them into shape and get their act together. And it's a pretty smooth movie. And like I said, Mario Van Peebles is just priceless in it. Just priceless. He was hilarious. But it was a very well done movie. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, Heartbreak Ridge, that bad boy is my number 8.
Nice.
What do you got, sir?
Okay, backstory for my number 8 real quick. So I kind of still watch like a lot of these biographies and stuff like that on like
Mm-hmm.
famous people. So I'm just gonna read a couple of some quotes that I think are like fucking awesome from this guy. One, he said, "A pint of sweat will save a gallon of blood. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. If everybody is thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking." That might be my favorite one. Moral courage is the most valuable and usually the most absent characteristic in men. I'm a soldier. I fight where I'm told. I fight where I am told, and I win where I fight. I watched his biography, and I wound up watching the movie, and that's Patton. That's my number 8. 8. I mean, this man war experience. We basically just went through his whole World War II, through all the battles that he won, to all the insubordination and abusive incidents towards some of his soldiers and his back and forth with president. I mean, they said he one time ciphered gas out of the tanks of fellow soldiers and put them in his soldiers' cars because they was like the front lead going into the war. I was like, it's a little extreme, dude.
Yeah, just a hair. That, that's a
I'm like,
little.
doing a little bit too much there. And this is a long movie, so for me to put a movie this long on my list
Right.
means that you actually had my attention beginning to end.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I can't really sit down and watch movies that's like 2 hours long no more. I can't. I can't.
So no super marathons for you.
But yeah, that's my number 8 though. Won a lot of awards too.
Zolt, yeah, that one was a 2 VHS set.
I didn't
Yep,
watch it on VHS.
know all about those double VHS.
I didn't watch it on on VHS. I guess I was blessed then.
Yeah. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. Saves you from that rewind crap too.
But yeah, so that's my number.
You know, we used to have we also had these little machines. Once the movie was over, instead of trying to use our VCR to rewind them, they actually made separate machines. You just drop the tape in, and it would rewind it like 2 or 3 times faster than any VCR. Yeah. Jeez, oh, Pete. Adam's just dropping the whole list in there.
Let me see. I have 1,
Behind enemy
2,
lines, SPR,
3, 4, 5.
Jarhead, Sniper,
me and him think alike.
Courage, Glory, Hacksaw Ridge, Tropic Thunder.
We think alike. He has 5 on my list.
Nice.
On my list, yeah.
Nice. Ironically, I have seen SPR, American Sniper, Courage Under Fire.
Chipper say any John Wayne.
Glory. Those are the only ones I've seen off of Adam's list. Chipper says any John Wayne movie. For military?
No, he was in a military movie. It was called A Perfect
George
Day.
Probably hates
like
Tropic Thunder. I never saw Tropic Thunder. It wasn't. I can't say I hated it because I never saw it. It wasn't on the list of movies I've seen.
So buffering issues today. Hey Chipper, fact check for me. Wasn't I think it was called A Perfect Day. I think it was a military movie. Wasn't John Wayne in that one? I remember Tropic Thunder was Donnie with the blackface, right? Might be wrong. That's on my list, Hatfield. I have that on my list too.
Owen Wilson, best performance is Behind Enemy Lines. Great movie.
Okay, it wasn't it. Okay. I know John
haven't
Wayne was in
the that one yet. Chipper says no, sir.
Yeah, that's about the John Wayne movie.
Adam says yes, it was.
So that was the name. So that was the name of the movie. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
All right. Moving into 7. Numero 7. For me, this one's a little close to home for me because it was filmed in Detroit while I was actually living up there. And I know a few friends who were extras in it. And I even got to see a midnight preview before the release on a Friday. So I definitely have a soft spot for this one. So it was truly getting onto my list. And that is the film by Penny Marshall, Renaissance Man. Danny DeVito has to teach English to Army recruits who need to academically make the grade to turn around and complete boot camp training. The cast in this one, Gregory Hines, James Reamer, Ed Begley Jr., Kadeem Hardison, who was Dwayne Wayne.
Hey, I know who he was, yeah.
Yep.
My guy right there.
Yep, and Mark Wahlberg even.
Marky Mark.
Yep. And again, that one is definitely with
oh yeah, okay, I was right. So Tropic Thunder was Donnie with the blackface. I was right.
So yeah, Renaissance Man is definitely one of my
Thank
favorites.
you, Star.
Thanks, Adam. It's one of my favorite ones, and it's a good comedy movie. And to see Danny DeVito do The Tower, that was amazing. War movie Detroit It tracks. What was in Tropic Thunder? Yep. All right, we're good on that. Tropic Thunder. Cool. Yes, I got y'all. Thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
So
man.
yeah, so like I said,
Still helps
even
the small
though
people.
most of the movie was filmed in South Carolina, a lot of it was also done up in Detroit, for their parts, and it was really cool and a lot of fun to watch.
No, he wasn't talking about Perfect Day, Trevor. He was talking about
No, we're
Tropic
talking
Thunder and Donnie and
Tropic
Blackface.
Thunder. Yeah, catch up, Chipper.
He was playing he was.
There's miscommunication. Everybody's on the right page. All right. So, you know where it was filmed.
We know where it was
like
filmed.
exactly which, as far as the camp. Yes.
It's a hilarious movie.
The camp, and because it's the fictional was Fort McLean, but it was filmed at Fort Jackson in South Carolina, and the bridge crossing was done on the Blue Water Bridge in Sarnia for that. So that's where. Hey, Colleen, miss
Hey,
you.
Colleen.
How you doing? Great to see you. Great to see you. You're right on time. Any lady who catches the show is always meaning to arrive exactly when they are meant to. No problem.
Smart answer. Smart.
So those are the.
Ripped on 2 straight shows, George. I'm glad you peeped that one out.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem at all. But right. No, I thought DeVito attacking the tower, that was pretty cool, and it's a fun movie, and I really enjoyed that. All right. What do you got at 7, sir?
Okay, my number 7 is a Clint Eastwood produced movie, but it gets penalized because after the movie came out, it was heavily exaggerated, and that's American Sniper. The story based off Chris Kyle. Now, 4 tours, over 250 kills. Problem is, everybody said he over exaggerated a lot of stuff in that movie. Like, it's not as accurate as the movie proclaimed to be. Because he was hands on in the movie. Like,
no. Right, but the thing is, well, certain parts were from the book work because he was he was obviously gone. The thing is that when and a lot of folks who are suffering, with PTSD, and when you're let me flip it to a different example. Even when you're so repetitive with some things, like even when I was working for the company and doing robotics work, and you are just doing the same thing as far as upgrading over and over.
I didn't know that.
You just kind of get repetitive, and you think that you've done more than what you actually have. So when, I thought, well, shoot, I freaking did upgrades in my sleep because I thought, all right, went, it's like, yeah, just add these other 50 other stores, other robots on the list, because you're thinking in your head, yeah, you turn around and you've got all these on your list too. So for something like that, I can get where, some of the stuff may have been misconstrued when he was trying to, put it down on paper and telling the stories. A lot of stuff is going to get exaggerated a little bit, but it's just like, I really don't take that light, I mean, if they're saying 250, you don't really know, because it's not like it's really getting tracked out. I mean, if there were 3 or 4 that happened in
Well, they
one
said that the Department of
second,
Defense confirmed 160 of them.
right? Well, and then there are other
The other
missions
ones
and
that he probably
whatnot that
killed.
you're not going to turn around and be told about. I mean, especially when you're dealing with SEALs, you are not going to turn around and you are not going to get told the whole story. I mean, yeah, some of it's going to get confirmed, some of it won't, because you're not going to be told about it. Um, yeah,
He was a beast.
I was going to say,
That man was a fucking sniping machine.
when the enemy literally gives you your own damn nickname, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Rest
like,
in
yep,
peace too, because it sucked that he died
yeah,
in 2013, I think. Which, ironically, it sucks. He got killed by a soldier who had PTSD.
PTSD, yeah.
Which fucking
But
sucks.
he was,
But yeah, though. But then just the fact that like he was so heavily like in the war from 4 tours, he couldn't separate war life from family life, which
it
is a
happens a
struggle
lot.
from any soldier when you've been over war for a certain period of time, especially if you did 4 tours.
Hmm.
Like
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
16. That's a lot.
That's way too much. I mean, especially for the time frame involved in it all, too.
Yeah,
I mean, you could sit there and say, okay, I've got 5 or 6 tour, all right, they were all short stints, or you've got, oh, no, it was only 2 or 3. Well, how long were those 2 or 3? Well,
exactly.
18 months, 36 months, you know, a lot of that. Yeah, I was just going
Yeah.
to say, and especially for as religious as he had claimed to be too, it definitely was. It was a lot to have to literally
The
sit
fact
there and
that you
think
still have
about.
to do your job, you have to do your job, and not only do you have to do your job, you have to worry about somebody killing you while you doing your job. And it sucks because as a sniper, you have to focus on that one target. You can't focus on nothing else around you. Around you. One of the most dangerous jobs to have in the army, period, is a sniper. Sniper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it sucked the way he died too. It sucked he got killed by a soldier though. That's the thing that made it suck even more. More.
Alrighty, we're gonna slide into 6, rolling 6. My number 6. This this one is a Bruckheimer. This is King Arthur. Now, before everybody starts going absolutely ballistic, the one specifically is the 2004 with Bruckheimer, and it is with Clive Owen, and he, instead of Arthur being medieval knight, he is as a Roman officer, and his knights, who were quote unquote recruited from their homes as young boys and given a term to turn around and serve the Roman army for 10 years. These guys literally were at the end of their own tour, and Arthur is, instead of going back to Rome and being at the capital, he actually has to go in and retrieve a royal family member that is in dangerous territory with this group called the Saxons that were coming down from the north and attacking. So the battle scenes in this movie were so well done, and there were multiple of them, and a lot of the confrontation between Arthur and the Saxons, it was just impressive to see and to watch. The the script was very well written, in my opinion. I thought it was a very good movie, and really definitely appreciated all of the effort that these guys put in, because It's a lot of it takes place in a lot of cold winter areas, and I know I know that that is not an easy trick to do when you have to film in cold areas. So for me, I really did turn around and appreciate the effort that was put into doing this movie, and this one definitely has made my list. So that specific King Arthur movie for the 2004 version is on my list at number 6.
Number 6. All right, my number 6. This one was still kind of a toss up. Uh, we're gonna go with. I'm still debating between them.
Yeah, he's like, hey,
We're gonna go with 6. I'm going to put Glory at 6. Now this is with Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. This movie is about the Union Army first African American in the Civil War. Matthew Broderick, who played a white colonel in charge of a group of black volunteers. You basically have to deal with racism and prejudice within the ranks while fighting against the Confederacy. Which a great movie. I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, anything with Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. I mean,
oh,
like
absolutely.
the cast he got for this movie, man. So yeah, Glory's my number 6. It's a movie that I can watch no matter where it's at. From when I cut it on, I'll just finish watching the movie. So
Yeah, I mean, it
Memorial
was,
Day movie. My
yeah,
Memorial Day list movie.
yeah, yeah. That one's 122 minutes. You're looking past your 2 hour
That's
mark.
cool.
You're past your 90 minutes on that one.
That's cool. It's worth watching though.
Colleen even agrees that Glory
It's
is the
worth
best.
watching. It's worth watching.
Jason, of course, agrees. Great flick. I also agree with that.
It is.
It totally is. Flipping to 5. Into the top 5. All right. I know this one could be up a little bit higher, but, it's like, okay.
Rubbing your head there.
I don't know. It's a little tricky for me. I'll slide them. My 4 and 5, I could flip them back and forth. Inglorious Bastards, 2009 version, because yes, there was a. Colleen says she completely agrees. Ex-military spouse here. Oh, sorry, Colleen. Yeah, absolutely. There was a version done in 1978, and in fact, Enzo, I don't want to butcher this too bad, Castellari and Bo Svensson, who, by the way, is also in Heartbreak Ridge, got cameos in the 2009 Inglourious Bastards, and it was one of the highest grossing movies for Tarantino at $321 million at the time, with 8 Academy Award nominations. So I thought it was really cool that Castellari and Svensson both got cameos in the new version. I thought that was a pretty slick move. I said, I hadn't really caught on to that until digging up a little bit more history about the movie. So I really turn around and I'm not, a lot of the Tarantino movies, it's like, okay. This one, it just sucked me in big time, and this is one I
Glorious Bastards to me kind of came off as like a movie making fun of war, I guess, or kind of in a way.
And that's
The only
why,
reason I couldn't put it on my list.
well,
It's
well,
like,
because it's almost in the dramedy category. It's more on the dramedy category thing because I mean it's not it doesn't really go into the slapstick humor, categorization, but it goes into a little bit more of dark comedy than and drama other than, your normal like something like Renaissance Man. And exact Adam, and it's like I said, this one just drew me in. I agree. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any other ones. I haven't seen Kill Bill. Um, it's like I'm kind of intrigued to see him, but it's like on the other hand, I'm like I don't know. But this one, for some weird reason, it just really drew me in, and I thought, you know, especially if you're going to get, you got 8 Academy Awards nominations out of it. Yeah, it's worth taking a peek at. And I thought, oh, all right. So yeah, this one kind of sucked me in, and I said, you know what? I said, this is one that's kind of out there, but you just never know about crazy things like this. So for me, it was very interesting. So yeah, I got it slotted here at number 5.
well, my number 5. This one might. This one might get me in trouble. But I put it at.
Hey.
I'm so excited about that, George. Shame on you.
Oh,
The reason I put
I can't
this
go
movie
alone.
5 is because it's a movie, great movie, but it spawned one of the greatest TV shows ever, and the TV show overshadows the movie. The movie. I put MASH at 5. I mean, look, you say whatever you want about. It's hard when you have movies, when you take movies and turn them into TV show, especially a movie where only one person came back, and there was Gary Burnoff was the only person that went from the movie to the show.
Right.
So you had a whole new cast that the audience that watched the movie were familiar with and tuned to, and you didn't see how they would react to it, and they reacted great to it. Went on 11 years. You can say the Mass Finale was a movie because I think it was like almost 2 hours long. I mean,
Right.
so you gotta put MASH on this list. Yes, Suicide is pain. Yes,
Yeah.
probably one of the greatest theme songs
And
ever.
nobody, not too many people, and Gail loves that. I do too. I'm
Everybody
a,
loves MASH. I do
I'm a
too.
MASH geek. There
I
we
love
go.
MASH.
There's a
I
new
love it
one for
too.
Jason. Yeah,
Everybody
MASH,
loves MASH. Who don't love
MASH
MASH?
geek.
Who don't
Um,
love MASH?
the Suicide is Painless was actually, there are words to it, and it was sung on the first few episodes on TV,
It
and
was.
then they took it,
They
and
took it
then
off.
they just took the lyrics out.
Which I would say, in my opinion, I'm kind of don't have a problem with that they did it.
No, the best thing is it's like it's one of those theme songs that when you hear it, you know exactly what it is.
Yep.
You know exactly what it is. He says he loves it. I'm on season 2 of the show. He has not seen the movie. When Jason, when you mentioned earlier, actually today, it's like you just go into a movie just to go watch it. That's exactly how you want to watch MASH
Yeah.
because you don't want to go in
Expecting nothing.
knowing all the details of the TV show versus what you know of the movie. Definitely go in
You probably should have
with
watched the
zero
movie first before you
expectation.
started watching the shows. Yeah.
Yeah, go in with the zero expectation. I mean,
But you're gonna love it, Jason. You're gonna love the
yes,
movie.
I was gonna say it's very good. But yeah, you have to go in just going. Yeah, no, it's not because if it's like you try to go in and you watch it, you know, after the fact like you will now. I mean the cast is just insane. You know, Donald Sutherland plays Hawkeye. You know,
He played that well. So Jamie Foxx played that role so well.
I mean, yeah. Elliot Gould played Trapper John. Robert Duvall plays Frank Burns. Could you imagine these guys actually filling these spots in on the TV show? Is crazy. Sally Kellerman plays Margaret Houlihan. You know, you just sit there and scratch your head and go, yeah, you can't picture these guys in the TV show, you know, when you've got that going on. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scott?
Yeah, so you'll enjoy the MASH, and it is a lot more fun. And they do a good bit of surgery even in the movie, just like they do in the TV shows. But they go a little bit more in depth in the movie than they ever did on TV. So you do have a couple of maybe about, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 of those, about a good 5-minute scenes in those, and they're pretty intense. They are pretty detailed and intense. That's for sure. She's not. Klinger really was a cross-dresser. You know, and the funny part was, Colleen, you're not the only one, but I also thought that the Tony Paco's place was made up until my dad actually told me that it wasn't, that it was for real. Which, by the way, I know some people in Toledo may not be a fan about it, but been to Tony Paco's, been there, done that, finished. I mean, it's over. It is what it is. It's a nostalgia place. Once you've done it, it's like, yep, you can say you've just done it. My opinion. But nice pick on the movie, sir. Nice pick. The 4s. All right. Going, since I flipped back and forth, number 4, hopefully redeeming myself a little bit here, Full Metal Jacket.
Never seen it.
Holy Toledo. Okay. You know how you gave me Blue Chips to watch? You gotta watch. Full Metal Jacket is really cool. It is literally 2 movies in one.
I had to check it out.
And it is very cool.
I'll check it out.
It is very cool. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yep. Your first piece of your movie is boot camp, and your second piece of your movie is the guys from the boot camp in the Vietnam War. And Emery is the best drill sergeant ever and played the role fantastically. And you had me for Blue Chips. This bad boy's got to go on your list right at the top. You have to check it out. It is awesome. Here's Star jumping in too. Yep. Emery was awesome.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yes, it was fantastic.
I will check it out.
And I didn't know they raise or stack shit that high in Texas. Oh man, I mean and believe me, there are a lot of quotes. What do they raise in Texas? Oh man.
Yes, Colleen, I will. I would definitely. Yeah. I would definitely watch it.
This is like Clint, do it. Yeah.
I will watch it.
you have. Yep. You got to add it.
I George with Blue Chip. This is my homework. I will watch.
Yeah. Absolutely. Adam says, "I want to reset the line." I know we'll get banned. So many people will get banned if they type in. Do not type in the quotes because we know it'll get banned.
Oh wow!
It will be. We will all be in Facebook jail very quickly. Yes, we do not want to get banned because, and everybody who has seen it, we definitely know the quotes. So yes, we don't want to get banned. But oh my gosh, my face hurts just thinking about laughing about this so hard. Oh my god. But oh geez. Well, I think the safe one is "Me Love You Long Time." That one, we're safe on that one. Yeah, especially why. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, we don't want to give Clint anymore. We turn around, we want yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like I should watch the movie just for the quotes, like
Oh yeah.
all the
Oh,
lines. They're gonna be in the movie.
oh my gosh. Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
y'all make me really want to check this out.
It is. And once you've watched it, you will understand why we are saying
I
it
definitely will.
is phenomenal. Try not to laugh too hard in the whole first half during the boot camp because you will find yourself laughing out loud really fast, very fast. But yes, Full Metal Jacket is in the top four. Yeah, that's a good one too, Adam. Yeah, he's probably heard him and doesn't realize it. Very true. Very true. Very, very true. I did. Oh man. Okay. All right. What do you got it? What do you got it for?
Number 4. You mentioned the film. I think you said that won 8 Academy Awards. Well, this one won 4, but was nominated for 8. Good old Platoon is number 4. Of course, Tom Bergeron was like the '80s dude in movies. He's like in all '80s movies. Charlie Sheen, Forrest Whitaker, Johnny Depp. This movie was based on Oliver Stone's actual experience through the Vietnam War. Like this was his experience. He was only there for like 14 months. But still though. It basically follows Charlie Sheen, who basically is a volunteer and they said this is also one of the first Vietnam films that hailed directly from someone who saw action. It was
Mm-hmm.
one of the first ones. So yeah, Platoon, that's a good movie. 1986. See, I see movies before BC. I watched a couple.
Which is nothing wrong with that. In fact, this next one up for me, number 3, ironically enough, it's BG. Way BG. Hell, I think actually probably even before my parents, now that I'm thinking about it. 1944. Dropping some knowledge. The Fighting Sullivans. This was a movie based on 5 brothers
I
who
never
wanted
seen
to
it, never
serve.
heard of it. I'm assuming that was a black and white movie.
Yes, this was. 5 brothers had a friend who was killed on the Arizona, and they wanted to turn around and avenge him. And the oldest brother ended up getting drafted, and he wanted to write to the Navy and let them know that they wanted to all serve together on the same ship.
Nice, Bray Bander.
Brandon, you're killing me. You're killing me. And Chippers, hey, I'm glad somebody else has seen it.
He's a Stiller fan. What do we know?
Um, but there were all the historical accuracies that it almost literally was the same. I do not want to turn around and give away of the ending, but generally this is something that the Navy definitely did not usually want to do because you always want to have someone to carry on the family name. So there's a couple of perfect on this. Well, of course.
I think every list gonna be some BCs on here. It's only BC if I ain't never seen it or heard of it. That's the rule. That's the loophole.
That's right.
I ain't never heard of this movie or seen it or none of it. So you
Well,
got me on this one.
yeah, like I said, it is a black and white one, and I actually ended up seeing it. I want to say 7th or 8th grade, but it was a very good movie, and a lot of us in school we were very intrigued. I mean, we really this was one. Usually when you're stuck in school and you got stuck watching the movies and You're making fun of it
Oh,
or
movies in
whatever.
classroom, yeah.
Yeah. This one, none of us did because we all really did appreciate, the sacrifices that a family would want to make, especially about World War II and what was going on at that time. So we definitely took that movie to heart, and it is one of the ones that I remember, and I definitely wanted to make it in my top three. He's front of us. Of course he did. What do you got at three, sir?
Oh, 1, 2, 3 was kind of tough. Number 3, The Hurt Locker.
I have not seen it
Oh my God, George, you have not seen The Hurt Locker.
yet. No.
Okay, this movie it stars Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie. By the way, who is like on a pace right now where he can't make a bad movie right now neither. It's basically about a bomb soldier in the Iraq War who basically always breaks protocol and bomb defusing situations, which basically gets him in trouble with all his mates and all his soldiers and his platoon and everything. He's kind of like, I know you gotta do it this way, but my way is gonna be quicker. I know how it's gonna work. It's gonna be quick, efficient. It's gonna be way quicker than the way y'all do it. Also, Catherine Bigelow became the first woman to win the Academy Award for Best Director with this movie. And then of course the movie has some sadness in it. I'm not gonna spoil it because you haven't seen it yet. Seen it yet? Seen it yet? Yeah.
That's
So
impressive. And he's 14. Yeah. And I was going to say, it sounds like Bryce for crying out loud when it comes to wanting to see some old movie.
so I don't want to spoil the ending. I don't want to spoil the ending
Nope.
for you because it's a
Nope.
movie you have to
Definitely
watch.
save it. Like I said, I'm not
It's
going
one you
to
have to
ruin.
watch.
I'm not ruining yours. Yeah. Thanks. I was
I
going to say,
won't.
I'll watch that one. You watch Full Metal Jacket.
The Hurt Locker is, yes,
There we
one of my
go.
favorite movies of all
The
time.
deal is on. I'll get Hurt Locker in. You get Full Metal
Full Metal
Jacket in.
Jacket. Yeah.
We'll have that in. All right, deuces. I don't know why I'm not like showing any favoritism to the Navy or anything, but Men of Honor is my number two, and this is about Master Chief Petty Officer Carl Brashear, the second African American diver in U.S. naval history, and the first ever naval amputee diver in history. I was when I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, okay. When I watched the movie, it was like somebody slapped me in the face and said, respect this. And 100% I do.
Dang, you heard Colleen, George. Yeah, he haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll get there. So this movie, if you have, who for those who have not seen it, it is very impressive, and it was such a very very good movie, and De Niro does a great job in this movie. Cuba Gooding Jr. does a fantastic job in this movie, and the relationship between the two. I mean, you could just tell, it's like, man, these guys must have tried to hang out with each other on and off set just to get that chemistry as the movie went on, because you can't fake that. I mean, the chemistry between these two guys was extremely impressive, and that is why Men of Honor will literally sit there almost number one, but my number one, of course, is my fave. But Men of Honor, it is right there. It could be 1B, big time.
Probably one of the greatest top 5 movie quotes of all time.
Yeah. Well, that one's not in this movie. Sorry.
It's still one of the greatest spy movie quotes of all time.
Yeah, sorry, that's a different movie. That's not Men of Honor. Sorry, Adam. Men of Honor is not that movie. Wrong quote, wrong movie.
Hey, leave him alone, man. The
I
star, he
know.
can make the
I know.
mistakes.
He
He can
wants
do
the
that.
other movie.
He can
I'm
do that.
assuming you must have this movie at number two.
Uh, the movie I have at number two, one and two was real hard for me. Number two, I went with Saving Private Ryan. I mean, the cast first of all of this movie was just phenomenal. Like you had Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, Tom Sizemore, Ted Danson, Bryan Cranston, Paul Giamatti. You just had the crew in this movie. I mean, of course, we all know it follows the story of John Miller, who basically him and his squad basically finding Private Ryan, who was Matt Damon, who was the last surviving brother of four, with his other three brothers being killed in action. Which the controversy with this movie is like, well, you basically just spend the whole movie just trying to find one guy, one guy. True,
Yeah, but that one
but
guy
that one
is
guy
yeah.
is the whole. But yeah, so it's a good movie, man. Saving Private Ryan. It was hard between my that two and one. That was a tough one.
Hi, Gene. How are you?
Hey, Jane.
Good to see you. Result pops in. SPR is top notch. Absolutely.
By the way, Vin Diesel and Nathan Fillion was in this movie too. If you don't
Yes,
know
they
who
were,
Nathan
and not a lot
Fillion
of
is,
people.
that's
Not a,
Firefly and Castle. Like,
yep.
yeah,
The cast was just
the cast was
huge.
phenomenal. Barry Pepper was in this movie too. You had this was nice cast.
Absolutely. All right, sir. Wrapping it up, closing it out. The number ones. Number ones. For me, of course, this is my 1A on my favorites movies of what my favorite movies are. It is Robin Williams. It is Good Morning Vietnam.
I knew it. I knew that's your number one.
This
I
is
knew
my
it.
this
I
is
knew it.
my favorite
I
movie
should have made a
as
bet with you,
far as
Jordan. I knew your number
my
one.
all time and overall in movies. This is my one of my favorites, and the best part about it is Bryce likes this movie too. We'll be on a road trip, and he will actually pop in Good Morning Vietnam because he tries to mimic Robin Williams and see how long he can say good right along with him. And he doesn't quite understand the adult humor involved in the movie just yet, but he
That's
still thinks
okay.
that a lot of it is a lot of it is funny and it's a lot of fun, and he really does enjoy it big time. He
Yeah,
really
Robin
likes it.
Williams. Yeah,
He likes it a
legend,
lot.
legend in his own right. My man.
Yeah, and so for me, the story is written very well. Even though Adrian Cronauer himself, he said, Hollywood took, they took the liberties, but it wasn't meant to be a direct portrayal. He even explained on why he said the good, and in saying, you had to listen to how it sounded and get the sound right. So that's why his good was held so long, so that they could get the volume and the pitch right. They were working on the board, so making sure that the sound was going through on the radio over the airwaves. So it was very interesting to get the whole background of it. We of course, I even owned the VHS at one time, but of course now do own the DVD with
Yeah,
all the backstory and the back history about it. And to take something like that and come up with a story, it was pretty well done, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So yes, sir, that one is my numero uno.
nah, not a bad number one. I kind of figured that's your number one of my favorite movies. My number one. I love movies where you basically is in charge of doing something, while at the same time you bound your own personal demons involving something that happened with you in a similar situation. My number one movie is, of course, it has probably my favorite actor of all time, one Denzel Washington. Meg Ryan. That's Courage Under Fire. Now,
Ooh.
Denzel Washington basically has to uncover the truth about an incident that potentially could lead to the first woman receiving the Medal of Honor, while battling his own demons for an incident that happened with him in the beginning of the movie where he accidentally killed one of his friends during a nighttime battle when he shot up his tank. And he going through all that guilt while trying to go through everything here, which involves a lot of cover up. By the way, I forgot Lou Diamond Phillips' character name in the movie. He was an ass in the movie though. Like, uh, but yeah, like I think he killed her because he basically tried
Monfreeze.
to, huh? That was his
Monfreeze.
character. Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. He basically tried to get her to abandon a fallen soldier. She said no. She shot an enemy behind, and he thought he was shooting at her. He shot her in the stomach, and then told everybody, "Oh, she died. Let's leave her." They covered the whole thing with napalm and everything, and she just like, which was fucked up on his part. He uncovers all this. Then at the end, goes to the family of the fallen comrade that he accidentally killed, and they basically told him like, you gotta let all the burden go. Like it was an accident. You can't walk around with that on your heart. And then the flashback at the end where the med evac that come get his friend was actually Walden that was actually driving the med evac that came and got his friend. So
Right.
great movie, man. Also, Matt Damon was in this movie too.
Yeah, Damon was in it too. Yep.
All these movies. So yeah, so that's my number one, Courage Under Fire. I mean, can I say about it? It's
Nicely
also one
done,
of my
sir.
top 10 movies of all time. Too, that's in my top 10 movies of all time too. So
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Jason says, great list. Thank you very much, Jason. We really
thank you.
appreciate it. We definitely will. We definitely want to make
You
sure that we will
definitely.
be involving some of the
George
movie
redeem himself,
guys in it.
Jason.
We're doing some of these movie lists.
Did he
So,
redeem himself, Jason? That's the question.
Zolt says Kelly's Heroes is on his list. I had not seen that one.
I haven't seen that one either. Have not seen Kelly Heroes.
What makes a war? We went with a war slash military movies.
Thing.
Like I said, war specific. I even turned around and put in the King Arthur of 2004 because of the wars between the Romans and the Saxons, even though that was under the fantasy military or fantasy war of how I categorize things. I actually had definitely I tried to sort it out between the 5 categories and tried to pick a couple off of each. So that's what I did. So just a
yeah, I try to pick movies that were basically like involving the premise of war. Like war was in the movie a lot. So that's the way I try to do my list.
Iron Eagle was on my actions list. King Henry V, probably.
War
Games was on my list too. I did have it on there.
We already talked about American Sniper Brave Banner. We did. It was on my list.
Yeah, War Games was on my. It is part of the 48 that I have seen. It did turn around. It was on that long damn list. Like I said, I have almost seen 50 lists, almost 50 different ones on that list, and try to cut it down to 10. This is not an easy thing to do. It is very difficult to try to hammer it down and literally just say, hey, what are we going to do? Right now I can hear people going, okay, so where's Gladiator and A Few Good Men at? Well,
Trevor said Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. It's on the list. They're all on this. This is how I broke it down. I had it very well broken down, and it's not an easy trick to do. That's for sure. It is not an easy thing to do. So, to try to say, all right, what are your favorites? These are.
That's another movie I haven't seen, so I couldn't put at number one.
What's that? The Apocalypse Now?
I haven't seen that one.
Black Hawk Down.
It's a movie I haven't seen before neither, Colleen. So
No, that one's not on my
I
list.
couldn't put it at number one
either. I hadn't seen it either. This no, this was basically, it's not all number ones. It's how our personal opinions on how we figure our top movies of what we've seen, or top.
I've just never seen a movie
music,
before.
top music, top foods. We're putting anything.
There's two movies I have to watch.
As far as the list.
I have to watch Apocalypse Now and Full Metal Jacket. So it's two movies
Yeah.
I have to watch.
Yep.
They'll probably will revisit the list and they'll probably make my list.
I was gonna say, definitely. So we do not know yet what next week's are. What next week's list is. So we will turn around. Fury was on my list, Dave. That one was not bad either. That was a really good one. I thought that one was, especially for a tank movie, you wouldn't think too much about it. But yeah, Fury was really good too. Absolutely. Oh, well, that's why we love all the interaction, Colleen. We love when, and trust me, a lot of people voice their opinions Friday night during my worst movies list. To the point where
Three Amigos as a worst movie, bro.
Hey, it still got talked about today from other people. So apparently, I'm just. Did you guys include Patriot? Patriot is on my list of movies I have seen. Yes, and Patriot was in my final 16. So. It was in there.
Or bracket with his list.
Haven't seen. I have not seen Dunkirk yet either. That is a very.
There's a lot of war movies that you have not seen.
Yes.
Yes, it was on his worst. It was number 2. He had it number 2 on his worst movie list.
Yes.
Three Amigos. Like, really? Yeah. See, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I'll be worse.
Yeah, still getting hammered. I'm gonna get hammered about it forever.
Dang.
Oh, jeez. Some people, it's some people's lasagna, other people's bleh. Yeah, you never know.
Dang.
I took a picture all day. Get them so. Oh,
the Three Amigos. How you don't like the Three Amigos? Yeah, Colleen said you're dead to her too.
It's yeah, I can see that. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's man, I'm telling you that it's gonna making me friends everywhere. What can I say? He's entitled to his wrong opinion. Wow. No, I just said what my favorite. It's right there.
He killed me. He killed me with that one, man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. No, I can't. Oh.
Okay, George.
Yeah,
I know. That movie at 2. You had it as your second worst movie of all time.
To me, it's just me. It's just me. What can I say?
I think you're the only person that have that movie as your worst. No, ain't nobody else that's gonna have the Three Amigos as their worst movie.
No, just like I said, the cable guy was the number one worst.
Yeah, Cable Guy's number 1. Yeah, it was his second worst.
Give the show to Clint. It's a tag team partnership. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna let George get his ass kicked. I'm gonna have his back. Like, you deserve that ass. You deserve that ass kicking. You got it.
Oh, I've been taking it all weekend. I've been taking it all weekend long.
I'm gonna send you the Three Amigos right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, you don't need to. No. So,
you too, Jason.
aha. Nymphos on dinosaur. All right, that's an interesting one.
She gives you cable. She gives you cable. Guy was bad.
Yeah, Chipper.
Dang.
No. Sorry,
So
but the sports side. If you've even noticed behind me, almost zero
I
sports
get
in the
the
chat.
announcers that he's making because you're a Niner fan, but
Yeah.
you're also a Seahawks fan, so you're a fan of a
Well,
division
that's
rival.
because hey, I like my specific players. That's all. All right.
I think we should end this for you have no more
Yeah, I
friends.
was gonna say it's gonna be over
And
before
and
it's
I will
over.
be looking for people to
Yeah,
co-host this
right.
show. I
Um,
think you redeemed yourself with the war list, though.
I hope so. Like I said,
Redeemed
I
yourself.
think we both had two very good lists.
We
We
did.
didn't. I don't think we had anything even duplicated.
No, we didn't.
I
And
don't.
that's the
I
first
think
time that
that's
ever happened.
yeah, that's the very first time we've never had a
I
duplicate.
got you, Colleen. I got you.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's amazing. That we didn't have any doubles. Nice. That's a first. That is a
Yep.
first for as many times as we've done lists. That is a first. Uh, I'm working on the Game of Thrones. Kelly and I are on season 2.
Yes. Love it.
We
Love
are
it. Love it, Star.
we are about 5 episodes in on season 2. So we're making it through. We're getting there. We're getting there. Jason says good list. He needs to watch some movies. That's a show.
Love Game of Thrones.
Viewers just dropped it.
I could binge watch
Sorry,
Game of
Chipper.
Thrones.
We're doing just fine.
I could binge
Um,
watch Game of Thrones.
so next week, like I said, topic is unknown right now at this time, but we will be back.
Yeah, we don't know what the topic will be next week.
9 to 10 o'clock. We will have something new and fun for a new list. So come and harass us some more or agree with us. Your choice. But we love it. We'll take it all. We enjoy it. We like doing this. And, a lot of people who have watched the previous shows even said, when are you guys going to do it again? Because
I think everybody in the chat, we gonna try to get all y'all on here.
yeah, we will definitely,
Chipper,
definitely
Colleen,
turn around and bring people
Scott, all y'all
Yep.
gonna be on here.
We will definitely bring you all in, especially because it's a lot of fun to do. So we appreciate everybody who is watching. Thank you very much. And we will chat with you all again next week with a new list.